few times in my life as an NFL fan, as a Vikings fan, as all the fan of everything. There's been few times where I've been able to watch a game, notice a player, and think, "Yep, it's gonna be special," and it actually came true. Because apparently I'm not a professional talent evaluator, but I like to think I am. Here's the thing: Micah Parsons, and this should be pretty obvious for any Cowboys fan, any fan that actually watched the game last week, their first preseason game with the Cowboys game, that is, who took on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Hall of Fame game. But for those of you that didn't watch it, I'm going to give you a public service announcement, which is what we love to do on this channel. And before we get into why Micah Parsons is a menace, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. Helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. Now, a little bit of a background on Micah Parsons. He is I believe was the 10th overall pick out of Penn State by yours truly. I'm just kidding, the Dallas Cowboys, that is. The 12th overall pick, had a total of 109 tackles his sophomore year. Yes, sophomore is what I like to say. 5 sacks, 14 tackles for loss. As a freshman, recorded 82 total tackles, including 4 for loss and a sack and a half. Now, was an opt-out in 2020 due to COVID, but there is no disputing this man's playing ability. Now, what makes me say this? I personally think, after watching, I think he ended the nights with 3 tackles, and he only played a quarter or whatever it was, and recovered a fumble, by the way. And I know what a lot of people are thinking. They hate Cowboys fans, and I get it, because even I am one of those guys that once my team starts to get a ippity-dippity, I get ippity-dippity. So the point is this. When you can watch a man that just seems to be always around the football, you love it. You absolutely love it. And that is exactly what Micah Parsons was against the Steelers. Micah Parsons, in my mind, has all the talent that is needed to be a quality linebacker. But before we get into a little bit of him, let's go look at their depth there and some things that we need to take a look at as well. Of course, you got Leighton Vander Esch, who was a former first-round pick from a couple seasons ago. Jalen Smith, who is, for my money, is becoming one of the best linebackers in the league. You got him there, a middle linebacker. Also got Keanu Neal, the former safety for the Falcons, and a little person I like to call Jabril Cox, who, by the way, could have a big impact. People aren't talking about Jabril Cox, and it is an absolute shame, travesty. Any other word that is a synonym for travesty, insert it here. Because if you watched him at North Dakota State, then you watched him as he went to LSU. I mean, the man is just everywhere. To answer what the question that probably many of you are thinking, the Cowboys do have and will have one of the best linebacking cores in the entire NFL. But back to the subject on hand, Micah Parsons is absolutely a menace. He only played a quarter. He was around the football every single time. Now, the question for me is, how is that defensive line and secondary going to hold up behind him? Because if the defensive line can take up blocks and allow him to run sideline to sideline, allow him to make his plays, he should, in my mind, I think he could win Defensive Player of the Year. That's right. I think he could actually win Defensive Player. That's how talented Micah Parsons is. There's a lot of other players that could, win that as well. But Micah Parsons, in my mind, right now, as it stands, he is the man that is the front runner to win the award, just because of how much of an impact. I'm predicting over 100 tackles if he stays healthy now. We're predicting over 100 tackles, at least 5 sacks, because if you watched his tape in the draft, he's just one of the best pure blitzing linebackers in the entire NFL. He was in the draft, and I think he's going to be one that in the NFL as well. He just flies from sideline to sideline, and he's a lot of fun to watch. And if you watched him, he was actually very comfortable in coverage situations. And I think that was one of the first plays I watched. I think it was Mason Rudolph who had a preliminary read and looked at the direction of Parsons and then totally went the other way. I would too, because Parsons has the athleticism and the ability to be able to not only cover sideline to sideline, but I think he could be one of those linebackers that, a lot of these NFL teams, they just look and just find where he's at, because wherever he is, you want to check away from that. So I think he's got all of it in terms of intelligence, intangibles, everything that he needs to succeed in the NFL. The question is, will he do it? I'm fully expecting so, and I'm expecting him to be the defensive rookie of the year without question. Because that's just how talented that Micah Parsons is. But let us know what you think. Maybe what you've seen of Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys defense so far. I know it's not very, very pretty yet, but they are. I think they're on their way up, especially with Micah Parsons. But make sure you guys also like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. Make sure you guys leave a comment and check out our website at thesportsbeatpodcast.com. Give us a sub and listen on iTunes. In the description down below, you will find all of our social media platforms, so make sure you guys give us a like there. And if you have anything you would like us to cover, make sure you send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com. But let us know your thoughts on Micah Parsons being a menace.